It has no drainage. I have these ones here. This is going to be a similar one it's going into. This one has a water catchment tray on the bottom. So it has drain off, but it doesn't over flood your pot. So those will be getting transferred so I don't have to worry about keeping my plants alive. I got a hole with wings chasing me. And we're going to go over here to the main garden. This was the original strawberry bed where I had all of my strawberries before I had to gut it, take out all the tree roots and rebuild. As you can see, got lots of strawberry growth in here. All those heads that look like little crowns, those will all be strawberries. Some will vary in size depending on how much sunlight and water I give them. I do like to water these things at least once a day. They are on a watering system, so they do get watered every couple of days, but I do manually water these myself just to keep them growing. Because strawberries do require an immense amount of water. These are some of the most water-heavy plants I have ever grown in the desert. And then we got these guys. I forgot what these were called, but as you can see, they're already starting to change colors. You got that nice vibrant yellow. This is what they look like when they're not turning colors. It's like this kind of pale, cottony, white looking color. Got all my ivy. This is a look at the garden from a different angle. All my growth. Ivy down here. Still trying to get it to climb up this column, but it's taking it a while. Just a quick look through here. Looks like the daisies are starting to get a little wilty, so I might have to manually water them today. But we've already had, since last week, these things have grown about 6 inches. At least this bush here. I should say this bush here has grown about 6 inches. One's down here, a couple of inches. Like I said, those are daisies. And I got over there daisies. I got 3 different varieties, as I said, of daisies in here. Moving over to this side, I have 2 brand new pots. One there, one down there. Just changed over, moved everything, and readjusted yesterday. What's going to be going in this guy over here is going to be either a blackberry or a raspberry bush. And same on this one. So I'm going to have one raspberry, one blackberry, or vice versa, depending on which ones I plant where. And that'll get a nice coverage if I can, because those are bushes. Not trees, they're bushes. I'll get a small trellis system up behind this guy and over here. And I'll do the same on this side just to have them somewhere to grow, just for a little bit. And then I'll take that trellis system out after about 2 years. Maybe 3. It does take a while for those things to grow, but they should be alright in those pots. They do have drainage, and I will be putting a caster under them to keep everything in there. As you can see, that little white spot right there, that is the drain hole. So I don't have to worry about anything overflowing, flooding, or rotting out the roots of the plants. And here we have the update on the pecan trees, or the 2 pecans that we have growing in here. Not exactly 100% sure where they were in here. I know there was one like right in this area, and then one down over on like this side. But this bucket may have been turned, so they could be in a different position. But we are growing pecan trees in here. I do have 2 of them in there. I did cover them with a little bit of extra soil just to keep them from drying out, because I do like having soil on my plants. So that's how you keep them from dying. Right over here, this is going to be a raised bed garden with a kind of sort of built-in trellis system. It's going to go from that post there. It's going to come out to about where the end of that 2x is at, which is about 3 feet. It's going to come across, and then it's going to go to about here and then go straight across where that line is in the brick. Right along the, what is this stuff called? Cinder block wall. So it'll be right along that line there, right on the inside edge of that 2x. And that'll be about 2.5 feet tall there. I'll have a little backing on the back, and then I'll put a little bit of a trellis in the back as well. And that'll be for growing any veg or anything that's going to require full sunlight. As you guys can see, this gets a ton of sunlight all day long. From about 8 a.m. to about 6 p.m. That's what you get. This whole thing is in the sun. Once it gets lower in the evening, the wood pile will actually create a shadow, which will go to about here. And then as the sun goes down lower, it just gets creeper and creeper, farther and farther. But most of the day, that's going to be in the sun, which will be perfect for any sort of plants or vegetables like lettuce that require full sunlight. We've got this space down here, which I am actually hoping to put similar on this side. I'm going to do another raised bed. I'm going to make this one a little shorter because I don't have a lot of space. Walk around here real quick, I'll show you guys. So I have a water barrel here with the overflow drain pipe. Unfortunately, it's about 5 feet from the end of this to that wall. So I can only make this side here about 2.5 feet max, but I can do it about 4 feet long. So I'm gonna go from about there to about here, maybe shorter. We shall see. I'll see what I can get for materials, and then I'll see what I can get for a basic frame, and then I'll start going from there. But other than that, this has been a little bit of an update tour for the garden and everything else. And we will be calling it here. This has been a fairly lengthy video, which I wasn't expecting, but somehow was managing to get either way. Quick little tour of the inside before we shut her down. Again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, cats, dogs, foxes, all of those wonderful people that I know. You guys take care. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Wash those hands. And most of all, be nice to somebody. Fox It Outdoors, signing off.